Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Kingdom Come Deliverance, where it is pouring it down. But it's not that bad of a looking day, it's still pouring down. Last time we did some stuff here for the quartermaster. Some bits we were successful at, some bits we certainly weren't. But hey ho. Today we need to talk to Sir Divish and talk to Master Fafar. Now, Sir Divish is letter D. Let's get back on Pebbles. Because we are planning for the Siege of Townburg.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there might be... Is that Sir Divish across the water's edge? He might be. It's definitely still important. Oh, that's Hanish over there.
Yeah.
Let's go speak to Sir Divish, because we want to see if he needs anything or wants anything. I think we're okay to still ride past Townburg. They don't appear to be actively attacking us, even if we just go by, so that's good. Right, let's cut through here. I'm guessing we just need to get to this other siege camp up here. Speak to Sir Divish. There he is. The man whose wife I've most definitely slept with. But I'm not going to tell him that.
Greetings. What business have you?
Do you feel any better, Sir
How
Divish?
do you feel, Sir Divish? How's the shoulder?
I felt better, boy. I feel awful, truth be told. And my shoulder's paining me.
Let someone tend to the wound and you'll soon be better.
The flesh can be healed, perhaps. But the spirit... Henry, can you do something for me?
Have sex with your
What do you
wife?
need, sir?
I need a priest as well as a physician. The closest was in Rovna, but I don't know what happened to him. And then there's the one from Ujits. What's his name?
Godwin. But why would you need a priest? The wound will heal, especially with the help of one of the monks.
It's not about me. I've got a lot of wounded here that won't see morning, and dead men. And I have to confess my sins. God be with you.
Find a priest willing to go to Townburg. Right. Sure we can do that. Well, let's start up in Ujits and work our way around the map from there. I don't know how successful we're going to be. Looks like we can fast travel past Townburg there, which is pretty good. Fat Sobe, stuffed to bursting for 2 days. Wonderful. Yes, I'm hoping this is not going to be as frustrating as the Ale quest was last time. I suspect it may well be. So we've got a few different things to do. Find a priest and find a physician. Although we don't have a particularly good reputation with the monastery at the moment, if I remember correctly. After our quest last time. Let's go to the church, see if we can rope someone into helping us here. I strongly suspect they'll say no, because that's what usually happens in these games. And at all. Father Godwin, how are you?
Good health to you.
Been a while since I've seen this character. I need something from you, Father
There's
Godwin.
something I need from you, Father Godwin.
Is there, my son? How can I help?
There are a lot of dead and wounded at Townburg, and no one to make the sign of the cross on their foreheads.
I'd like to help you, Henry, but I have other concerns.
What's happening?
I have a delegation here from the Archbishopric in Prague. They claim I have a heretic in my parish, and there's talk of building pyres. I fear if I left matters here unattended, half the villagers would be roasted before I got back.
I see. Sort of.
Go and ask elsewhere. There's bound to be a willing servant of God left around here somewhere. God be with you.
Well, God is not with you, because you're not helping me. Right, it's going to be one of those quests where we actually literally have to walk around the entire map looking for someone to help us. And I suspect they're not going to be all too thrilled to do so, to be honest. Find a priest willing to go to Townburg. That's option A, but didn't see any other places we could do that. Oh well. If it's only just for some random bits of coin or a little bit of reputation, I don't perceive that to be particularly needed. We will try to go to the monastery and see if we can help them out. We can't fast travel from here. I suppose we're inside the church building. That makes sense. Let's just call Pebbles. So we are ready to go. We'll try to go to the monastery. I strongly suspect they're going to say no, but you know, we can at least try. And it's going to take us a little bit of time to get there, so we might have to fight overnight. We'll have to see. If not, we'll go back and speak to Master Faithfar, because I'm presuming he's going to have some stuff he needs us to do as well, maybe fetching supplies or something. I'm not entirely sure, but there's likely to be something of importance that we need to do. At least we're doing this long trip mostly at night, so we can actually make use of the daytime, although we are going to have to let some time pass, because all the monks will be in bed. Hopefully they don't remember us, otherwise that could be a little problematic. We'll have to see. We didn't escape from there that long ago, so goodness knows that could be a problem. Let's just sit on a horse like a lunatic until everyone wakes up. We are a bit overnourished at the moment, but that's fine. We can probably solve all our problems and then head back towards Tamburg. We'll find an inn to stay in. And then go speak to Master Faithfar, because he's the one who can probably progress the story further. So I suspect that's what I need to do, to be honest. I thought we'd done all the quests for Father Godwin, so I was hoping that would have helped us bring him over, but again, clearly not. Right, we are outside the monastery. We are looking for the letter D inside the monastery here. Good to be back. They shouldn't remember my face, I think. And again, one way to find out, I suppose. Hello. Nicodemus. I need help.
I'll come
please.
to ask for help.
Again? Such trying times we live in. God is testing us all. So what is it you need?
Their lordships have laid siege to Talmberg, and the brigands have wounded Sir Divish and many other people. I'm to ask if the monastery might send someone to help.
Sadly, I can't assist you. I have many needy folk right here requiring my constant care. I can't just leave them.
Proceed the Sawbones to the monastery to come to Talmberg.
And what if I helped you out here? You'd have more free time, and there's a wounded nobleman at Talmberg who needs a proper physician.
Yes, then I'd be willing to go, but not until everything has been put to rights here first.
Very well. Where should I start?
Talk to Johanka. She knows what's needed.
Right. Speak to Johanka. Where is Johanka? Oh. I do see what you mean. People don't seem to be very well.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
I'm going to pretend like I remember who that is, but I don't have a clue.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Nobody helps you here?
Does anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars all around you.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
I can take a look.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
That actually happened to me once. Fritz pissed on the burn and it was right as rain the next day.
I see. Well, better talk to Brother Nicodemus before trying that treatment here.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
I didn't think that was
They
going
give
to
us
work, to
some
be
food
honest.
for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Please not 200 more meat, because that would be frustrating.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well.
Very
Sounds
well.
like I have to save the entire country,
All right.
as
that's all I
always.
need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Which is basically nothing. Right, how much food do you need? This better not be 200 again. In God's hands. 100 meat. Great. How much food do I have on me, by the way? Nothing. I think I ate all the food. Yes, Pebbles has some food. Pebbles, do you have food for me? Mount the horse. I doubt he's going to have enough for what we need. I don't know how long it takes for these shops to recover their kind of stock. We've got 37 smoked sausage. Does it specifically have to be game, or can it just be any meat? Bring sufficient game meat. That's going to be a frustration, because they're going to go off all the time. Because game meat is not going to be fit for consumption. Fine. In God's hands, let's show that up on the map. Let's meet up with Nicodemus. Nicodemus,
You're the one
even.
who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
Oh, if that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
Why are they so
Why
badly
are they
provided
so
for?
badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night.
I've I can't afford anything more for them.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
And the local custodian? His crew has enough provisions.
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement with Johanka, and now he won't give us anything.
I'll try to talk to him. Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brothers in the cloister aren't much interested in the external world, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region. Besides, his main concern is the smooth running of the monastery.
Can't sleep again. I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals in such a state.
I know. I'm shamed. But my brothers believe it's all in God's hands now.
Can't you do anything?
Oh, hang on, I've done that one already. Very well.
Even so,
You're not the only one.
Onwards then. Again, if this feels too problematic, we'll just leave it as a quest. I'm going to speak to the custodian. My only problem with that is the custodian should know us from before, and that could be problematic. And we didn't do his quest for him. But one way to find out, nonetheless. I'm here to speak to the custodian, if I'm allowed in.
Oh, come on. What are you trying on here?
What do you mean? I'm here to speak to this custodian.
Enter. Huh? By the horn of Joshua, you startled me. I thought you were urban. What do you want?
Well, I was just a little curious.
Ah, curiosity, the mother of knowledge. There was a time when I used to stick my nose where I shouldn't, too.
What happened?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that defeat, he didn't particularly appreciate my criticism. Then, when Sigismund abducted the king, I didn't feel too secure in Prague, so I left. Perhaps left is the wrong word. Some might say I was banished. In any case, I went to Bettelern Castle.
What are you doing in
Why are you
Sessau?
here in Sasau?
To be honest, I need the money.
Money, sir? You don't seem like a man who lives in want.
Dear me, no. I don't need it to support myself. It's to fund my opus. That's why I agreed to help with the construction of the monastery. So you see, I can't simply take my leave.
What is it you're working on, sir?
Belli Fortis, a great book of war machines and weapons, my opus magnum, my legacy. All you have seen here are but snippets of my great work. Mark my words. One day, our whole world will be run by machines and inventions not yet dreamed of.
Of course. Any day now they'll plough our fields and milk our cattle.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing. Just thinking aloud about things for battle. Thanks for the chat, sir.
You're most welcome. I always enjoy a good chat.
I think this might be the chap who Brian Blessed plays.
What?
I haven't really met before.
Good health to you.
Good health to you. I need
I'm
supplies.
helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Do I?
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
No. A little?
Sometimes. A little.
That's good. Excellent. Johanka means a lot to me.
I'm mainly here for supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius take care of it.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Because I'll pay you. I've got money.
Because I'll pay you.
For supplies? But of course. That will be...
Oh, come off it. You get your supplies from the monastery for free. No one will bat an eyelid if you ask for more. Blankets can get chewed up by mice. Food can go off.
I'm just going to pay. I strongly suspect this is the wounded from Skeleton at the very beginning. So I feel like this is quite an old quest, but that's okay.
Yes. These things happen, certainly. And as long as the monastery needs my protection, they'll have to put up with it. Goodbye.
Okay, got supplies from the custodian. That's good. Now we just need 100 game meat. Where's the best place we can get that from? Semi-Parish doesn't feel like a big enough place. Cecil probably is, but their butchers isn't very big. Go to Myriad, I'll go to Skalitz. Because of course we have to get this food back as well. We'll go to Ratte because that's where the actual big butchers is. All this just to heal the shoulder of one of the lords who apparently can't order his own physician or one of the monastery physicians to turn up. It seems to be left to me, the dog's body, to do it instead. But oh well. Let's see if the butchers has replenished all their stock. Whether they will have done is another question. 100 game meat, which means we need to get back to there before it all spoils. So hopefully there'll be enough. I really hope there'll be enough, because we've already cleared out a lot of meat in the area recently. But again, if there's no meat available, we'll probably just carry on. Okay. Let's make sure I go to the right place for the meat as before. To the butchers. Suppose we could ride there. We are a little sleepy. We should be okay for the time being. We can probably wait until the next night's sleep occurs. That'll probably be okay. Butchers was over here if I remember correctly. Or somewhere in this immediate area. Oh, the other chap's not here anymore. From the very beginning. Hello.
Greetings. What do you need?
Meat. More of it.
Good luck then.
I don't know what classifies as game. But we'll just grab what we can. To be honest, I don't think mutton, pork is game. It is beef or chicken, to be honest. I doubt cracklings will be either. We'll just buy whatever we can, I suppose. Again, this is going to cost us quite a bit of money. Check basket. That's not that much, is it? Food. We buy all this dried meat and the smoked sausage. That will definitely be enough if it classifies it as
I'd like to discuss the price.
Game.
Well, we can try it.
570.
Are we agreed?
That's not enough.
I got a 640, so I'll go to 600.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
It's a lot of money to spend. I hope it's what I need. There we go. We can't sprint while overloaded. We've got to get in the horse and then run back to your hangar. Was she one of my love affairs from the very early game? She might have been. But we can't hang around with this food. We saw what happened before. Move to horse. Move this all to the horse. And then we're to run back to the monastery quick as we can. Hopefully before it turns night time, because we could do with handing this quest in tonight. If we have to hand it in tomorrow, I reckon the meat will have spoiled, and we don't want to do that, that's for sure. And again, I don't think we'll get much money or positive reward for doing this job, but I think it's important we do as much as we can. And then after that we just, keep on going. We should still be on our horse. We can just ride there and then take all the meat out. That's fine. We are falling asleep. But we are by the monastery. We are. Henry's a little bit tired now, admittedly. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know there was a. Apparently, we can't ride through there. Pebbles can, but we can't. Oh, come on, Henry. You can't be that tired, surely. Okay, stop off here. And we'll go to Sidekicks. And we'll get all this food back. We'll try and go with everything apart from the dried meat first. Got plenty of smoked sausage. That should be enough. Good. Can't sprint while we're overloaded. Hello there, Johanka. I don't want to look, I just want to talk to her. There we go. Okay, I bought some meat.
I brought some meat.
I don't know if the sound is bugging out, but it was having some issues back there. But this game is quite buggy at the best of times anyway. There we go, confirm delivery.
Thank you, Henry. Rich food will definitely help.
Tell me more about the situation here.
Why's the guard
Why is there a
outside?
guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening people. It won't help me, and it definitely won't help the refugees.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
I won't get any
Alright,
sleep.
that's all I need to know.
I just won't get any sleep.
Take care.
So what is there left for me to do in this quest? I don't appear to be able to do anything else. You've got Brother Elias here. Come on, Henry, you can't be that sick.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of, but others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here. I'd never be able to manage on my own.
How can I help you?
Have you talked to Johanka?
Yes.
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith, but I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
Very well. I don't
to
suppose
ask for
this will be enough.
Again?
Their lordship.
Sadly,
No, not yet then.
And what if I... Very well.
talk to you.
Farewell.
Okay, we've already done that bit.
He just needs to sleep. Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Yeah, no, Henry.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly.
God be with you.
So we'll just go around and ask all these people
Everything
what we
here
can
is
do.
fine.
What are you doing here?
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium. Anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care now.
Right, so we're going to have a bunch of stuff to do, it seems, by the looks of things.
What is it? Was something on fire?
You look alright.
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the Cumans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
Nicodemus will surely do it.
Thank you. Farewell.
Okay, let's progress. There's nothing we can do here.
I'm not needed here.
This is just the named characters.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly.
I need help changing
Need
bandages.
help with rebandaging.
Hands? I know, but there aren't any bandages.
I have bandages, but I don't know how to put them on.
Then I'll be happy to help.
Good luck to you.
And what happened to Philip?
What happened to Philip?
Philip?
He's unconscious. He's shivering and he has a fever.
Ah, I didn't know that.
I just won't get
When he
any
first
sleep.
came here, he was fine. No wounds on him. He was escorting the others. Then he got worse and worse until he lost consciousness entirely. Ask Johanka. Maybe she'll know more.
Maybe.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep, and sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks.
May the Lord watch over you.
Okay. Purple. We'll just take it all. Right, you hanker. What's wrong with the man with the bandaged
What's
leg?
wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
I'll straighten his leg.
I'll straighten his leg.
You?
I'll give it a go. It's not like I can make it any worse.
So you don't know anything. Don't even think about touching that poor man.
What about the executioner from Ratai? He usually breaks bones, but he might know something about mending them too.
The executioner? Even if you could persuade him to come, they'll never let him in here.
Well, maybe it would be enough if he advised me and then I tried...
Look, do whatever you want. I have to go and take care of the others.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact he can't work. He says he...
Semek? Is he one of our people?
No, he's a construction worker. He's bruised and confined to...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbors are dying here. Your friends. There isn't time to waste on some construction worker's bruises. Oh, honestly, what were you thinking?
Listen, all I need to find out is the name of a herb.
Then go and look it up in a book. You've got your own herbarium, haven't you?
I won't get any sleep.
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
But do you know why?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days, among the corpses. If he got poisoned...
But what can we do?
Nothing, I would imagine.
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go. Goodbye.
Right, I feel like this quest is getting out of hand very quickly. I need to find Father Simon, find the executioner, get healing herbs, something to help the insomniac. It's all over the map, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not willing to do it. All for the sake of trying to finish off one little bit of this quest on the siege. It's only optional, so I don't have to. And we've definitely helped with Yahanka and done as much as we can. I guess this is the problem about not doing side quests earlier on in the game, because it now means I'm struggling a little bit to do them at this stage, but, you know, oh well. Let's go and get some sleep because we are clearly struggling to stay awake, and then we're going to go see if we can do something to do with these trebuchets, or this singular trebuchet I should say. But we've done as much as we can in God's hands, I think reasonably. But Sir Divish is just going to have a wounded arm for the time being. Especially as we can't get a priest to come over here. You know, it doesn't really help in that regard anyway. Right, I require a room, good sir. Because apparently Henry can't even just stay awake for like 2 seconds. Place to sleep, please.
Alright. For how long?
Just the one night? Everyone calls me a knight now.
Just the one night?
They definitely didn't used to.
Pay in advance.
That's fine.
Here you go.
2 groschen means nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Like sleeping on a cloud it is.
I think they've only got that one line for the innkeepers because everyone seems to say it. We don't necessarily need to sleep through the night, we just need to sleep. We'll also save as well. But we may as well sleep until the morning as best we can. And then we can pick some food up and go deal with the trebuchet, or at least find out what they want us to do with the trebuchet. But yeah, I think because I haven't done some of the side quests earlier in the game, that's what's leading to this frustration now, because you naturally do these things kind of over the course of a playthrough. I didn't realise quite how relevant some of these side quests would be for the main game later on. But that's fine. We're still progressing, we're still making progress. There we go, we've woken up. We'll eat from the eternal stew pot, as we always do here. Eat from the pot, there we go. And let's get ourselves over to Talmberg. Talk to Master Faithar. We should be able to fast travel there without any issue. If there's any fighting to do en route, we'll do that, that's for sure. Because we're certainly a lot more protected now than we used to be. But we'll go see what Master Faithar wants, and then we'll probably call the episode there. Because I imagine that's going to be a big task ahead of us to help build the trebuchet, or assist with the trebuchet, you know, something along those lines. I'm sure we'll see in a second. Right, I think that's up here. Let me just double check. We've done what we can for God's hands. Let's get our horse. Hello there, Pebbles. And go up this way. And let's go speak to Master Faithar. Who's in the green over here, I believe. Hello there, Master Faithar.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
I hear you have to build a trebuchet.
Sir Robard sent me to you. He said you have to build a trebuchet.
Indeed. A trebuchet that can smash the walls of Talmberg. I, a mining engineer. What do I know of war machines? I'll never manage it on my own.
Well, I'd like to help you, but how? I don't know anything about trebuchets either.
Actually, there is a way you could help. Conrad Keyser came to Sasso recently. If you could get him to come here, it would save my skin.
You're still an engineer, though. Couldn't you build it yourself?
Are you serious? Do you know how complicated such a machine is? What forces are at work in the contraption? If we were lucky, it wouldn't fire at all. Far more likely, it would smash itself to smithereens and kill lots of us instead of the enemy.
Conrad Keyser? Who's he?
He's a scholar who studied medicine. but he also designed siege engines. He even took part in the siege of Nicopolis, together with Sigismund.
He was with Sigismund?
It's not so straightforward. They quarrelled after the battle, after Conrad blamed their defeat on Sigismund.
I don't suppose he took that too well.
Quite. That's what led to Conrad being banished from Prague and making a base at Bethlen Castle.
What's he doing here in Sasau?
They sent him over here to help with building the monastery. No doubt they had to pay handsomely to get him.
And how am I supposed to get him here? Abduct him?
Well, only if all else fails. We need his cooperation. Try having a word with him. By all accounts, he hates Sigismund.
Banished? Like a common criminal?
He was a member of the court and a doctor and a master engineer, so nothing quite that bad befell him. I've even heard he has a whole host of wise men with him, and they're writing some book together.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thank you, Henry. Maybe we will build that trebuchet after all. God be with you.
Right, quest targeted rocketeer. I'm a little concerned that we're going back to the monastery, because the monastery doesn't usually end very well for us, to be honest. Well, it certainly hasn't before. We have found... We did meet him before. So I guess let's go back and see what we can do there. I suspect it's not going to be as simple as, can you just come with me? I imagine we'll have some stuff to do. Maybe I can just pay him money. He said he was poor, or he needed money for something. I don't know how much groschen he's looking for, but I've got, what, 3,700 groschen, something like that? Well, I know roughly where he is. I just need to try to find my way back there. But yes, I do think Mr. Conrad is played by Brian Blessed. I think. I might be wrong, but if I remember correctly, I'm stuck in this little pit here. I think it's up here. That's the... No, it'll be further up, won't it? We went through this gatehouse before, I remember. I think he was somewhere over in this direction. Yes, because that guard there. Excuse me, sir.
Damn.
Oh.
Oh, you'll have me to reckon with.
I want...
you looking for here?
Yes, your master.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Jesus Christ be praised. I need to speak to Comrade. I know he's here.
I need to get inside.
Oh, really? Whatever for?
I was sent by Tobias Pfeiffer.
Tobias Pfeiffer has sent me. He's asking Master Conrad for help with the siege of Talmberg.
Must be important then. Go in. Although I don't know how he can help from here. Here's the key.
I think I've already got the key, but at least I'm allowed in now. And he was in here, wasn't he? Because we've already spoken to him once already, haven't we? Hello, Comrade. It's good to see you again.
What business have you?
Sir Tobias Pfeiffer, the master builder and engineer from Skalitz, sends his greetings.
Pfeiffer? Tobias Pfeiffer? I've heard of him. He invented an interesting mining machine. What does he need?
Sir, have you heard what's been going on in Talmberg?
I've heard a thing or two. Is it true the castle's been taken?
It has, and we want to take it back. Master Pfeiffer has been given the task of building a trebuchet, but he's not sure he can manage it.
I doubt it myself. Building siege engines is an entirely different kettle of fish than mining. Damn, I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
Why not?
Why can't you leave?
That's a long story. I was a little, more than a little, critical of Sigismund's efforts at Nicopolis. And it might surprise you to know, after that, then when Sigismund abducted the king...
I think we've already listened to this. Yes, we have. What are you doing, Sassau? We know this.
Dear me.
Could I not pay you off?
Could I not just pay off the Master Builder for your services?
I doubt it. Carol is only interested in the construction. As long as he has the money to pay the craftsman's wages, that's all he needs.
Ah, as long as he has enough for wages, you say?
Yes, what are you thinking?
I'm sure Carol's short of money. Can't the master be persuaded somehow?
Be persuaded somehow? After all, the defence of the province is at stake.
I realize that, but Sassau Monastery has always kept its neutrality. What's more, the abbot isn't here at present, and without his permission, Carol won't be persuaded. But I might have another idea.
What do you suggest?
Carol received his commission in writing. If you found it, we could, we could copy the abbot's seal and signature on our own document.
That's a curiously interesting idea.
My inventiveness has many applications. I could be back here before the abbot, so he won't even know I was gone.
How do I get my hands on the commission?
It will be somewhere in his quarters. You'll need to get it quickly and put it back before he notices it's gone. I suggest waiting until evening. That's when Carol usually goes to the tavern to play dice. He's fond of his dice. Maybe you can take advantage of that somehow.
Right. I'll see what I can do. You really can't come with me right away?
Damn. I'd like to rain some boulders on those heathens of Sigismund's. But that can't be done with a quill and parchment, and I can't leave here right now.
I'll try and find some way of getting you out of here.
Look here, I don't want any trouble. You better talk to Carol, the master builder.
Right. So, Rocketeer. To conquest the Tamberg, you'll need to build a trebuchet. It's more difficult than it seems at first glance. We need to make sure Carol is short of money for wages. We also need to steal Master Builder's, or Master Builder Carol's commission. Okay. Where's Master Carol, though? Let's go see if we can find him quickly. We'll find out in Germany where he's supposed to be. Presumably he's going to be here repairing the monastery. If we can sort those problems out, that'd be good. I guess that's him right there. Oh, he's smoking up. Speak to Master Carol quickly.
That a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I need some help from Master Conrad.
Then go and talk to him.
The thing is, he's already agreed, but he'd have to go to Talmberg.
I can't consent to that. He signed a contract for building the monastery, and we pay him a pile of coin for every day he spends here.
Supposing I compensated you for his brief absence, perhaps with some coin?
What use would coin be to me if the monastery roof collapses? Then I'd be the one having to pay compensation.
Conrad would only have to leave for a few days. Surely you can manage without him for a short while.
We might, if he didn't get himself killed there. I've given my answer. No. He stays here until the abbot says otherwise, and the abbot isn't here at the moment.
But the conquest of Talmberg is more important for the province.
From what I hear, it's awfully important first and foremost for your lord. Sassau's always been neutral. Anyway, I take my orders directly from the abbot.
Thank you
Great.
for your invaluable assistance.
You're welcome.
May God reward you in kind.
Ooh. Okay, bugger off then. Just gonna close that door quickly. Can't knock him out from here. Is he gonna see me if I go upstairs? I'm in a private area. Oh, lockpick of hard, that's not good. Ooh, he's gonna hear that. Hello. I assure you I'm not doing anything untoward.
Well, maybe it won't be all that bad.
I just need to borrow you for a while. You're coming upstairs with me, buddy. No wonder you're gone. Apparently I can't put him upstairs. That's unfortunate. Trunk key I want. Door key I want, and I want the Groshen as well. Okay, short of money for wages, that's a good start. And we've got the commission, excellent. Anything else we need to do? We can't buy Carol off, that's fine. Let's just get out of here, shall we? Close the door. Hi, you didn't see anything. We will call things apart there next time we try to get Conrad Kaiser over to Talmberg to build this trebuchet. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.